Louisiana could see the laws surrounding recall efforts change in the near future. We're diving into legislation soon up for discussion in your breakdown. Let's start with where the law is right now. In Louisiana, the law determines the number of signatures needed to trigger a recall election by tiers based on how many voters are registered in that area. So in New Orleans, a recall campaign needs the signatures of 20% of voters. In a smaller town with fewer than 1,000 registered voters, a recall effort would have to collect at least 40%. Representative Paul Hollis from the North Shore tells me that can sometimes make a recall nearly impossible. He's planning to author a bill that would set the number of signatures needed for a recall based on how many people voted in the last general election.
I do think that recalls, they should not be easy. They should be hard, but they shouldn't be impossible. 19
states plus the District of Columbia allow for recalling of state officials. The rules vary. For example, in Alaska, the threshold for signatures is 25% of everyone who voted in the last general election. In Georgia, 15% of voters are required to sign for a recall of a statewide office and 30% for a local office. Hollis says calculating the number of registered voters is too high and too fluid a threshold.
They can say, hey, is this at the time of the election? How many people are registered voters? Is at the time that you show up to file this recall? It's almost like the goalposts are constantly changing.
Hollis's bill would have had a big impact in New Orleans because it would have drastically lowered the number of signatures needed to trigger a recall election. Hollis's bill has not yet been pre-filed. Legislative session starts April 10th.
All right, look for any updates on the recall coming up on the Eyewitness Morning News starting at 4:30 a.m. We'll also post new developments on our website, WWLTV.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media as well. This story is far from over.